us. The Lakers are set for a showdown with the Rockets in the first round, and we're not sure if Luka will make it back to the court this season, but it was fun to watch as we look back at some of Luka's regular season production. Second scoring title in 3 seasons. 6th active player with multiple scoring titles. 3rd season with 32-plus points as an average. 5th Laker to ever win the scoring title. 1st Laker to win that title since Kobe did it 06-07. So listen, Luka's not going to win MVP. Played 64 games this season, but I said it before the season. If he is in the conversation, then that means these 2 things. The Lakers had a great year, and Luka individually did remarkable things, and both those things happened. He put himself into that conversation because of the way he played. You guys were at a lot of games. How would you describe this season for Luka?
Oh, it is MVP caliber. I think the feeling is that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Victor Wembanyama would still have the edge over them, not just because of winning team records, but with Shai, he absorbed team different injuries well. He's been efficient. Not the greatest defender, but not a liability. Wemby's considered a great 2-way player. But Luka, what he's doing offensively was incredibly historic, and he showed that as much as he's ball dominant, he makes other players around him better. Everyone loves playing with Luka, not just because he's a great player, but, you know, DeAndre Ayton, Jackson Hayes, they get easy lobs. Austin Reaves, they share the ball handling duties pretty well. And Luka, he's not going to make a defensive team, but he's really good in steals. You saw the effort improve throughout the season. So I think because of all that, he at least grew from the national conversation from like 5th, 6th in MVP to at least 3rd.
I call it joyful.
Yes.
Yeah. Because he played with this joy, and he played with such...
Perfect word, BT.
You know, and it was always fun. It was always, he scores on a guy, and he slaps him on the behind and goes down court and smirks at him.
He's an entertainer.
He is an entertainer. And what are the Lakers about? What is LA about? Entertainment and winning. So he did both.
Yep.
And he was just so much fun to watch. I just keep going back to the game in Houston when he did play. Hit the game-winning, the game-sealing dagger. Walks down court. This fan is talking a lot of trash to him. He goes over and says something to the man. And I'm asking him, did you say it in English? He goes, I did, because I wanted him to understand every single word I was saying. What did you say? He goes, I can't tell you guys that.
I can't tell you that, BT.
It wasn't nice. Just like that 3 hit on Houston, wasn't nice.
Oh, that was great.
I mean, he puts in work on paper. He's been fun to watch.
Yeah, it's been fun.
I have to say, he's a lot of fun to watch. I just wish he was here for the playoffs so we could have some more fun and some more joy.
Be so fun. All right, listen, from Luka's historic season to our big bucket ballers of the year. If you guys watch our post-game shows, you know we do this. We go the big bucket ballers, and then we go big game James impactors. So we did this list last night. These are the big bucket ballers of the season. Luka Doncic is on there. Led the league in scoring. Bam's 83-point game got him on there. Jokic did something that no one has ever done. Lead the league in rebounds and assists. And by the way, also scored 28 per game while averaging a triple-double. And Concanippel, listen, he's the first rookie to ever lead the league in threes at 273. So, BT, I'm going to give you Jokic. This is one of the greatest seasons ever played, and he might finish 3rd in the MVP voting. It's wild to think about it. And they won 12 games in a row down the stretch.
It takes me back to when Shaquille only won 1 MVP award. Jokic just won several. When Shaq was not happy that 2 of them went to Steve Nash.
Yeah, that was when Kobe could have got 1 then, too.
You know, he thought that the media, Mark Medina. Well, guys like me,
I was in
vote for
college,
him. You know, so the season, man, to watch him play, I mean, he's an athlete, but is he really athletic? I mean, the stuff he does is just fun. The way he plays the game, the way he just maneuvers around everyone, those little hook shots, and his feet work. You heard me, Geeter. His feet work is immaculate. It's some of the best ever to play the game, and he steps out and shoots threes. He can do whatever he wants against anyone he wants at any time during the game.
Are you sure he doesn't shoot 100% on threes, at least when he plays the Lakers? It's ridiculous the wild shots he throws at.
Especially the step-back ones.
Yeah, man, so listen, Jokic has has a case for another MVP. And then there's the Rookie of the Year. And it's coming down to Cooper Flagg and Con Knippel. And I don't know where you stand on this one, Mark. Man, maybe it's a Grant Hill, Jay Kidd thing where they win co. But like Jason Kidd said it best, like, Knippel is a part of what Charlotte is doing. He's a part of the puzzle. He's a piece of it. But Cooper Flagg is the puzzle. So it's an interesting take. I hate to you know, take the award from either one of those guys, but man, what a job by Con Knippel. He deserved it. Big baller of the year.
Yeah, I mean, with Con Knippel, what I think that he impressed a lot of people around the league immediately is that he's not just a shooter. He is a great passer. He's a great defender. Remember catching up with him when the Hornets were in LA, and he was talking about taking on the challenge of defending Luka Doncic, and made it clear he didn't do well, but it was the idea that he wasn't afraid of it. He knew that it's not about winning the assignment. It's about trying to make it as difficult as possible, but then immediately moving on to the next play. The Hornets are really impressed with just his maturity, with his training habits, his professionalism, just how he dives into film. Cooper Flagg has those qualities as well, and that's what makes this rookie of the race very compelling and hard, because I know I've talked to some coaches and some voters might think, hey, win-loss records, but people in Cooper Flagg's camp will say, well, historically, when you look at win-loss records of Rookie of the Year, it's not the same guideline as it is in MVP
because usually the
race
rookies are on terrible teams.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly. And they'll also say, hey, Cooper Flagg, he had some external things. The Mavericks had so many injuries. They had so many moving parts with trades. They put him in the point guard position, which they thought was something to help grow his game, but it was an early thing for him to figure out because he's not used to it.
Yeah.
So even with that, he was still productive. So, yeah, two great players, a tough race.
I have Cooper maybe by an edge, but listen, Con impacted winning in that franchise, and that franchise has turned around, and Charlotte is now in the play-in. All right, we're headed to break. When we return, KD and LeBron are set for another legendary link-up when the Lakers and Rockets face off in the first round starting Saturday. We'll preview the series next. Plus, we've got top plays of the year on the way.
Defense by Jackson Hayes.
Jackson Hayes all the way. Yo! Jackson! Windmill it!
Jackson Hayes. And then he had to show off a little bit.
Yeah, well, it was kind of fun.
Oh, oh boy. The NBA is something, isn't it?
Lakers LeBron James named Western Conference Player of the Week for games played from April 6th through April 12th. The honor marks the league record 70th weekly award of his career and his 9th since joining the Los Angeles Lakers. Pretty impressive. So the Lakers and Rockets series tips off Saturday for Game 1. So let's set the table and get top storylines. Now, I appreciated this. When B. Moore sent this out to you two, give me your top storylines for this series. You guys were excited, and you sent 4 back. We thought that was aggressive, and that was great. Yes.
Wow.
So we're going to let you do 3. So, BT, you are up first. Give me your first one.
Does B More
the obvious one?
Has B More decided which 3 I have to take, or I can pick my own?
He decided for you.
Okay. Well, can they hold it down with Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves being out?
That's
like 57 points a game.
That has to be number 1 on the list,
right?
Yeah.
12-something rebounds, 14 assists. That's a lot. And as we talked before, Luka's defense is not that bad. AR tries on defense, but it's just the connection that they have out there.
The playmaking.
All of those things, man. And so how do you make up for that? You really can't. You can try as hard as you want to, but it just can't be done. As you mentioned on the podcast, imagine another team like OKC not having Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams.
Yeah.
They would not win that series.
Murray and Jokic.
Yeah, that's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
It's
It'd be tough on any team.
But that's life in the NBA. That's life in professional sports.
Yeah.
Injuries happen, and they happen when they want to happen, not when you want them to happen.
All right, Mark, you're similar on the same.
Yeah, well, right off of
topic,
BT's great points about no Luka, no Austin. Now it's about, okay, you can't replace them, but realistically with the team they have, what does each player need to do? Obviously, it starts with LeBron. He's going to be, instead of number 3 option, now number 1 option. He's got the resume, but to simply ask LeBron, hey, do the things that you did 10 years ago, probably not realistic. He will raise his scoring, passing, but it's on the others, as Shaq often said, as well. So that means DeAndre Ayton's got to be consistently aggressive on both sides of the ball. Marcus Smart, he's that defensive catalyst, but can he be consistent as an outside shooter. You never quite know. Luke Kennard, he's going to be important with that ball handling and just, reduce some of the workload on LeBron. So it's going to be primarily LeBron, but all those role players, it's going to be very, very important that they are the best versions of themselves to give themselves just a chance to beat Houston.
All right, now that we got AR and Luka out of the way, you got 2 more storylines. Give me your next one. Who's on the court? What do you got? You got LeBron?
LeBron.
Can he do it one more time?
Can he do it one more time? Here's something I'm curious to see. How many days off they have in between games?
Yeah, that's always big.
If they're 2 days off, that gives him more time to get his body right. I mean, while Luka and Austin have been out, he's averaging, 25 points a game, 11 rebounds, and almost 7 assists. That's getting it done, Geeter. And he knows you have to take your game to another level in the playoffs. He's done it before. He will do it again. So my guy is LeBron. Can he take it to another level? The answer is yes, he can, and yes, he will, especially if he gets extra time off in between games.
Yeah, one thing we know for sure, don't know the wins and losses. You know he's going to be brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
And you know there's going to be some unbelievable LeBron moments. Now, Mark, you picked one that I think the basketball gods did not take away from us, and it's something we have not seen since 2018.
It's the game within the game. LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and another high-stakes
as number ones on both their teams. So
just like it was in the finals in 2017 and 2018. Now, completely different dynamic. Kevin Durant's with the Warriors. LeBron was with Cleveland here. But it's going to be fascinating because of how they attack each matchup. Remember the last time the Lakers played the Rockets? They tried to swarm Kevin Durant and make him uncomfortable with those ball handling duties, force a lot of turnovers, and dare the Rockets to score outside of Kevin Durant, and it worked. Do the Rockets try to do the same thing with LeBron? Force him to be the one that makes the extra pass, but can those guys make those shots? And so that's going to be the ultimate chess match, how each coach game plans against those guys, because you're not going to limit them, but can you wear them down and put them in a position that they have to rely on outside help?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, man. KD, LeBron going at it. You never know how many more opportunities you're going to get. Like, you would have thought in 2018 they would have met many more times in the playoffs. It has not happened in 8 seasons, so it'll be a lot of fun. Remember, they went years without playing against each other because of different injuries to both players, so we finally get to see it now. All right, number 3 and final. I got to be honest with you. This to me is like, if I'm going like breaking down games, this is like the number 1 thing.
I don't want to say the Rockets shoot bricks, but I think they shoot bricks. You know why, Geeter? Because they lead the NBA in offensive rebounding at 15. That means you're clanking them up there,
athletic,
but you're going back to get that rock again, throw it back up and get the backboard one more time. And if you keep doing that, that eventually wears you down. That eventually kind of have you a little bit discouraged.
And you also know it's a weakness of the Lakers
it
in
is.
certain games. In certain games.
And it means you play more defense now because you're giving them more opportunities to score the basketball. That means you're getting less opportunities to score yourself. So they've got to find a way, they being the Lakers, to keep them off the backboards. That has to be a key thing for them.
So, Mark Medina, you're number 3. One of these guys that plays for the Lakers, that was the number 1 pick for BT and myself when it came to X-Factor players. So go ahead, your matchup that you're watching.
Well, how about this? DeAndre Ayton and Alperen Şengün. It could be an X-Factor for either team, or it could be their team's kryptonite. Because these 2 players, very, very talented, but there's been some varying degrees of inconsistency this season. We see with DeAndre Ayton, he came into the season saying, hey, he's going to try to reclaim his career. It's not about how many touches, shots he gets, but sometimes his effort depended on that. Now, in this resurgence in March, when they went 15-2, it wasn't about that. He was much more engaged defensively. He was more aggressive at the rim, and all of a sudden, he's more productive. With Alperen Şengün, great talent. There's been these early comparisons to Nikola Jokic as far as his offensive skill set as a great post player, scorer, or shooter and passer. But, the Rockets have gotten on him about being more physical. Kevin Durant's gotten on him about his defensive consistency and decision-making. So 2 players very talented, but you don't know to what degree maybe they wind up being, I don't want to say a liability, but a source of contention within their own respective team.
By the way, great work on that. We're moving on because I'm excited to get to this. I want to show you guys 2 legends of the game set for postseason links starting Saturday, Game 1. As we look at the production for Bron and KD this season, LeBron 21 points per 52%. over 6 rebounds and 7 assists. KD, 26 points on 52%, 41% from 3, over 5 boards, and 5 assists per game. Okay, guys, top 10 Ben gave us top 10 plays of the year since Kobe's epic finale. I'll start with you, Mark, and you guys just both, give us your, what do you remember most about that night? What kind of sticks out 10 years later?
What's crazy is we knew it was going to be big because of the pageantry, but we didn't know what kind of performance Kobe would have because he's 37. He's been dealing with injuries, and he started the game off slow, missing his first 5 shots, but then he started heating up. What's very fascinating 10 years later is I asked some folks like Byron Scott and Meta Sandiford Artest, where would they rank Kobe's 60-point game compared to every other performance of his? They both said better than even his 81-point game because of the context. Final game of 20-year career, dealing with all these injuries. 81's impressive, but it was during his prime when he was putting up a lot of great numbers. So it was just fascinating all the way around.
Similar conversation we had on the podcast because you brought up some amazing games that he played, and then at the end you said that was the best.
When you sit there and you watch the game, that was very lucky to be at, and you were speechless. You just kept going like, ooh, ah. Yeah. How do you spell those words, Jeter? Ooh, ah. And over again. Yeah. Now, thank God I didn't have to write that story, but just to watch him maneuver, not as fast as he used to when he was 27 years old, but still effective, still someone who showed, as he always says, the Mamba mentality. Now, I remember Byron Scott asking him, are you okay? Are you tired? You need a breather? He was more than okay. He did need a breather, a 2, a 3, or 4, but when he caught that breath, the Utah Jazz,
amazing.
They got it.
Yeah, man. What an all-time night. I will never, ever forget it. Time for a quick break. When we return, we'll look forward to playoff brawn and what we can expect from the league's all-time leading scorer. And he looks to lead the Lakers with Luka and Austin Reaves out of action.